So this year we are celebrating 10 years of Quiltcon. People are sharing their memories, and this is mine. My first Quiltcon was Savannah 2017. I had booked the flight a year ahead of time. I was at the airport so early to catch my flight. But I checked in and boarded and there was no fuss. But it was when we were on the tarmac and taxiing to the runway that the pilot came on the speaker and said, "Could the head steward please contact me on the private line?" Well, that didn't sound good to me either. Then the pilot explained that they had to do a total hard reboot of their system to correct a problem. And when that didn't work, the flight was officially canceled. And while boarding the plane, another woman asked me if I was going to Quiltcon. And suddenly I had a new quilting friend before I even left Toronto. We rebooked our flights together, but unfortunately there was this huge bank of fog that descended upon the airport and no flights left before 2 p.m. And since no flights flew directly into Savannah, that meant by the time our first flight arrived in Washington, D.C., we had missed our connection to Savannah, and we were stuck there for the night. Now at this point, suddenly my new quilting friend, Susan, became overwhelmed. And then she revealed to me that not only did she have a quilt in the show, she had just received a message from Quiltcon saying that she had won her category and to be sure to be at the award ceremony in the morning. We spent over an hour with ticket agents trying to figure out a workaround. I even started looking into trains and buses, even renting a car to get us there in time. I mean, this is the Oscars or the Olympics of the modern quilt world, right? But unfortunately, there was just no way to make it work. In the morning, we truly thought that our problems were behind us, but somehow they lost my reservation for my rebooked flight. And at the very last second, they managed to produce a boarding pass for me to get the last seat at the back of the plane. But it turned out my luggage was in New Jersey. So I arrived a little worse for wear, 4 hours late for my first class. The people I was staying with in Savannah, we had rented a B&B and they had just had a flood and they were all busy moving to a new location. And this whole trip just felt like it was becoming one big catastrophe. As I entered my classroom with no supplies, no fabric, no tools, hungry, tired, I could feel myself crashing. But Mary Fons, my instructor, just caught me in one big hug. And then all my classmates just leaned in. They gave me tools, they gave me fabric, they gave me a place to sit and showed me how to use my machine. Everyone made me feel so welcome and it steadied me. And it was truly that moment in the classroom where I realized this was a community that I wanted to belong to. And I was going to throw myself all in. And riding that wave of love, I approached Amanda Bernay of the Modern Quilt Guild to see if we could have some kind of mini award ceremony for my new friend Susan, to give her a big moment for the one that she'd missed at the award ceremony. And instead of getting some bureaucratic answer, I was just thrilled that Amanda said that she would help. She contacted Jackie Gehring, who was the president of the Modern Quilt Guild at that time, and she said, hell yes. So I contacted all my Canadian buddies to be at Susan's quilt the next day at noon. And together we all cheered and surprised her with a moment to recognize what an amazing quilt she had made. And I am thrilled to say that Susan and I remain great quilting friends.